Hey my beautiful Sagittarius peeps, what's going on everybody? It's Ann from CancerMoonsTarot and I'm coming at you with your mid-June 2023 tarot reading. How are you? Hope all is well. I just want to mention before we start, if you're interested in personal services, products, and so much more, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's going to be the first link in the description below. But Sagittarius, welcome in. And let's see what's going on here for you regarding your mid-June 2023. So what do we got showing up here for Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout mid-June 2023. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the lovely Sagittarian gang? We did have a Knight of Wands come out here for you. You could be thinking about possibly traveling for a few of you. This might be the energy of kind of like getting the impulse to maybe move somewhere new, go somewhere different for work. It could be like a different state for work, different place for work, but there definitely is an energy of travel on your mind. That could be travel for career purposes or just genuinely summer's approaching. Maybe you're looking at vacations, planning vacations, all that kind of good stuff. If so, love that for you. All right, but regardless, let's go ahead and get this last shuffle and let's see what's popping here for you. Starting out with the overall energy Sagittarius, we have here the Strength card. This is Leo energy, so you might be dealing with a Leo. For the current energy, Six of Pentacles, what you're dealing with mid-June, we have here the Two of Swords. And then the current outcome, Two of Pentacles coming out right on next to that Two of Swords as well. Interesting. So taking a look here at your mid-month portion, the Strength here to the Six of Pentacles showing up. You know, I kind of get the feeling here right now, excuse me guys. My apologies. Kind of get the feeling here right now for you guys with the Strength to the Six of Pentacles. You feel that by pulling back more, it's definitely created a better atmosphere for you. I'm kind of getting the feeling here that you've been keeping more to yourself recently. And for mid-June, I think that's what's been working for you. I do get the feeling here that maybe it's about moving yourself or more so removing yourself from distractions, because I do kind of feel a bit of a distracted energy intuitively showing up for you guys, where maybe you've just felt distracted lately. Maybe distracted from your personal life, your goals, your aspirations, whatever it is that you've been striving for. It's like maybe you've kind of gotten caught up in the matrix, if you will, or just like shit that you know isn't really super valuable or really, you know, great for your path. So at the end of the day here, it's like I need to get myself back on track with the Six of Pentacles. You know, taking a look at what you're dealing with though, Two of Swords, it's a little hard to do that though. You know, I think that there is a pretty big message that's, you know, lying beneath here, the reason of why you're distracted, right? We're not usually distracted for no apparent reason. There's usually something behind what creates a distraction in our lives. And with the Two of Pentacles showing up here for the current outcome, it's like, okay, well, what the heck am I going to do? Because as much as I want to get back on track, I'm still finding it pretty hard to not be so distracted in my day-to-day life. Now, what I tended to find when I'm most distracted is that I'm usually trying to do something I don't want to do at the end of the day, right? So if I find myself very distracted, it's because I'm not very present or invested in what it is I'm actually doing. So in a way, it almost kind of feels with the Two of Pentacles here that you're being called to switch things up. And, you know, the more that you can kind of invest yourself in what you are interested in and what you feel like you can be present and focused on, then that would be a good thing. But otherwise, the more distracted you are, I think it has more of the reason to do with the fact that maybe you're not happy with what it is you're doing, you know? So keep that in mind here for sure. Let's clarify though the Two of Swords, all right? Clarifying the Two of Swords, we have the Lovers, we have the Page of Cups, and we have here the Emperor. Now, there's two ways I can read this for you. The Lovers card can be representing an actual connection to somebody romantically, or it could be representing something that you love. Now, Page of Cups, the Emperor, and the Lovers, I do get the feeling here that you're trying to give as much as your undivided attention as you can to something that you love, but when you tap into the Emperor energy, the Emperor is a card that represents a person who's in control, but I don't feel like, once again, you're in that space where you feel focused and controlled. I'm getting the vibe here for you that you want to keep your focus on the things that you love, but you still can't help but find yourself distracted with the Two of Swords. So it's kind of like you have to ask yourself this question: do you still love what you used to love? Is a situation showing up in your life right now what you love and care for, or did you used to love and care for it? Whether we're talking about a relationship, we're talking about a career, maybe things are changing in terms of what hobbies you associate with, but it's like you have to ask yourself, do you still want this? I feel seems to be the pondering question. Does Sagittarius still want whatever this is? We have here the Ace of Wands. We have the High Priestess. I think intuitively you want something new here, right? Especially with the High Priestess coming out. This is what's going on beneath the surface. On the surface level, Sag, you might be telling yourself, yeah, I still want this relationship. Yeah, I still want this job. Yeah, I still want this, thing to go on in my life. But beneath the surface, guys, Ace of Wands, I think you're really dying for something new. I think that with the Ace of Wands, you really want a new beginning. You want something new that's passionate, fun, and exciting that can bring you to the present moment and let you be focused on creating something new. So ultimately, guys, I do think that it's about having to go pretty deep here this month and satisfy what your soul's really calling for here. I think your soul here is calling for the new, but on the surface level, you're like, no, I love what I have. I love this relationship. I love this job. But on the inside, I don't know necessarily if that's what you're feeling, right? So I think your intuition here is only drawing this feeling out more and more as mid-June is going to continue to progress. All right, let's have a look here and see what the challenge is going to be. What's showing up in Sagittarian's challenge position? King of Wands, your interests. King of Wands is what you're interested in, what you're focused on, what you're passionate about. That seems to be the struggle and the challenge. So it's, once again, hard to maintain focus on something that you keep telling yourself you care about and that you love and that you want, but deep beneath the surface, there's that feeling of maybe I don't want this anymore. So the big struggle here is this what I truly want? Am I still interested or not? Taking a look here at what you can expect throughout the rest of mid-June, we have here the Justice card. Yep, absolutely. Having to make a choice here of what's going to be more favorable for you. Is it favorable for you to satisfy that craving of a brand new beginning? Or is it favorable for you to kind of keep saying, I'm okay here, but feel the exact opposite? So you're going to come to a conclusion here. You're going to make a choice coming into mid-June with that Justice card. And I think it's going to be the favorable choice. And that choice more than likely is going to be moving in a new direction here. Looking at the outcome for June 2023, Judgment card, taking a chance. So this is the energy of taking a chance on a very new beginning. For sure, guys. Taking a look here going forward, let's have a look and see what's going to be the most important message for Sagittarian people to hear throughout mid-June 2023. What's the most important message? We have here the Three of Wands. All right, we also have here the King of Pentacles, and we have here the Five of Swords. So King of Pentacles showing up here with the Three of Wands. If you allow yourself to go on a new journey, Three of Wands, as you can see, the ship is coming in. If you allow yourself to get picked up and go on a new journey, King of Pentacles, you will have stability, you will have abundance, you will be happy, you will be cool, calm, and collected. But if you don't, Five of Swords, the outcome here is frustration. It's disinterest. It's the energy of being in a place where you're not particularly happy, and it's going to start to have an effect on you. You're going to notice your mood changing the more you stay in a place that you don't really want to be a part of. Now, Sagittarius, let's take a look here at a couple things before we go forward, right? You're in this energy where you're telling yourself, yeah, no, I'm happy, but beneath the surface, it's like, no, I'm dying for something new. So why is Sagittarius on a surface level trying to keep themselves involved in a situation that they know they're not satisfied with? We have here the Ace of Swords, we have here the Ten of Cups, we have here the Four of Swords, and we have here the Sun card. I think it might be hard to admit it. I think that definitely in certain situations, it could be very hard to admit that maybe you're not fulfilled anymore. Ten of Cups here can represent a marriage, and it could be very hard to kind of admit that maybe a marriage doesn't work for you anymore. Maybe you're falling out of love with your partner. And considering there's history there, considering you've been with this person maybe since you were in high school, right? It's so hard to kind of come to terms with the fact that it's over. So on a surface level, it's like you want to keep telling yourself, no, I love my husband or I love my wife and I'm so happy. But it's like, you're craving something new, right? So at the end of the day, it wouldn't help telling yourself that you're happy when you're not. And even though there might be history here, and even though it might be disappointing to find out and to note that things have most certainly changed, it's better to be honest with yourself here with the Ace of Swords, right? Ace of Swords coming up here at this time. So I'm getting that feeling here for you guys where it's like, you don't want to believe that things have changed. There's probably a lot of history in the situation you're dealing with, whether you're dealing with a person, a job, etc. And I think that to a certain extent here too, Four of Swords to the Sun card, it's like, I don't want to let people down either. Especially, let's say you've been working a career for a long time, that somebody busted their butt to get you, right? Maybe like somebody really helped you out, got you in a good career. And it's like, yeah, I'm thankful that they did that, but at the end of the day, I'm just not happy with this career, right, too. So you don't want to let somebody down, maybe. That might be the scenario here too. But Sagittarius, this is going to be a second portion of the month where it's like you have to think about yourself. You can't think about how other people are going to feel about your choices, or you can't allow other people's opinions about your choices to be what basically determines whether you do something or not, whether you have a new beginning or not. This is your life. It's up to you. And this is your happiness we're talking about. Nobody else is going to be able to govern or create or determine your happiness. That's up to you. So are you going to let other people's opinions stand in the way of it? Are you going to let fear stand in the way of it? Fuck that, guys. It's a difficult choice. I get it. I've been here before where I've had to let go of something I knew I wasn't happy with, but I wasn't necessarily happy to let go of it due to the history and due to the fact that maybe I felt a little bad and guilty at the same time too, but I had to recognize to myself, I owe myself to be happy. I owe it to myself. And at the end of the day, if this ain't the path for me, it ain't the path for me. Point blank, period. So with that being said here, Sag, that's a bit of the insight I'm seeing here to your scenario. Now, if Sagittarius happens to completely let go here and really start to listen to what the inner calling is, which is to jump into that new beginning that they're thinking about, what's going to be the most likely outcome from that situation? Page of Wands, you're going to be interested for sure. Four of Wands, you're going to be happy and content. Absolutely, guys. Remember, I said that you felt distracted for a while now, you know? And there's usually an underlying cause as to why we feel distracted. If we're finding it hard to be present, it's more than likely because maybe we're not exactly into what it is we're doing. So if you do happen to let go, guys, Page of Wands showing up here, you more than likely are tapping into an energy where you're going to find something not only you're interested in, but something you feel at home with the Four of Wands, you know? That's the energy of being very content, being in a stable situation, being able to stay focused, being engaged. It's something you're going to like, you know? So I definitely think that it works out better for you if you guys go towards a new beginning. All right, but as we close off this reading, I want to go ahead real quick and just see if there's any advice coming in here from the universe for you. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick, and then we'll close out your read for mid-June, okay? So is there any advice coming in here from the universe for Sagittarius throughout mid-June 2023? First card out, we have here the Page of Swords. Next card is going to be the Seven of Wands. We have here the Six of Wands coming out here as well. And then let's go ahead and get one more card here for Team Sagittarius, which is going to be the Hermit. Okay, so taking a look here at the advice from the universe, Page of Swords to the Seven of Wands. Page of Swords is the energy of hesitancy. So it's like the more you are hesitant, Sagittarius, to leave behind what isn't serving you, the more stuck you're going to become. It's kind of one of those things where like mid-June is saying, hey, here's our opportunity to get out, you know, here's our opportunity to change up our life a bit. But if we keep on staying here, we're going to be stuck. Because I think that inevitably, Sagittarius, you have to pick one choice or the other. Am I going to commit to what I don't like or what's not making me happy anymore? Or am I going to commit to my own personal happiness? And I think that it's going to get to a point where if you don't take this opportunity now, you're going to find yourself stuck for a while, for a whole nother cycle, until this same kind of situation comes up again where it's like, wait, am I going to choose the new or am I going to stay here again? So I think the universe is saying like, this is a very opportune time for you to take a step back and do what you really want. And if you don't, you might find yourself furthermore stuck. You know, we also have here the Six of Wands and we have here the Hermit. There's a lot of success waiting on the other side is what the universe here is saying to you. There's a lot of good waiting on the other side for you, but you have to be the person here to pull the switch. You have to be the person here to make the choice to move in that new direction. So the power is 100% in your hands. Are you going to go ahead and accept this path? All right, Sag. So, you know, I've took a look at all this here for you. I definitely think that new is the best direction here for you. You know, I think you have to be honest with yourself in a way too, Sagittarius. I think you know the truth. I think you are honest with yourself, but I think that it's hard. You know, the repercussions maybe of you walking out of a situation might be what's holding you back the most, but you have to put yourself in the priority seat here this month because it really makes a whirlwind of a difference for your day-to-day life, okay? You guys deserve your happiness, so walk the path that grants that, okay? All right, Sagittarians, I love you. Sending tons of love and compassion to you. Thank you guys so much for coming out here to your mid-June 2023 tarot reading. Of course, if you're new here, do consider subscribing. I'd be more than happy to have you. Also, I want to mention, guys, too, if you're interested in personal readings, first link in the description below. I'll be happy to meet you on the other side on my website if you'd like a reading with me. But have a great June, guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Much love, Sag, and have yourselves a good one. Peace.